Back at Symmons Plains in Tasmania, it's race 3 in round 2 of the Mini Challenge, and the grid for this race determined by the aggregate results from the first two. So teammates Stokel and Denyer on the front row.
Absolutely, they've both won a race each, so that puts them on the front row. Scotty Bargwanna in third, all the way down to Brendan Cook, the other Brendan Cook, in 12th position on the grid.
Too many Cooks, too many Brendans. It's all a bit hard to keep up with. This is the feature race at Symmons Plains. And you can see by the way the drivers have lined up on the grid, they're angling to get the line for turn 1.
Yeah, it's all about trying to start. You can just see the marbles on the road there. You want to avoid that. You want to get the cleanest start you possibly can. And both Stokel and Denyer have got away well, but it is going to be Stokel lead into the first corner. Got behind, with Denyer behind, and then Scott Bargwanna tap in the rear. And the battle's really going to be on in this race in the top 4 or 5 cars.
This Bargwanna guy, he tends to drive like his cousin.
Yeah, funny thing that he's got the same last name. There's more Bargwannas at Symmons Plains this weekend than in the phone book. But obviously we still run our 2 minis. The car that I drove last year being driven by Brendan Cook. As the pressure's on down into turn 1, Jonathan Webb makes the inside move down on Alajarjan. So this battle should be quite good. These guys have been very, very close in lap times over the first couple of races this weekend. So we'll see how it pans out.
The run back down through the sweeper. Paul Stokel grew up in Tasmania, lives in Queensland now, and already Scott Bargwanna has got to defend. Jonathan Webb, Chris Alajarjan lined up and ready to go, and Alajarjan is not mucking about.
Alajarjan in there. Scotty was defending, and it's given Webb a little bit too wide. Alajarjan snuck through, and will he pull that manoeuvre off? Because Webb's still on the inside as we go over the hump, and Alajarjan will pull this one off.
Jonathan Webb tucked right in behind. A one-off run for him this weekend, but he's making a real fist of it at the moment. A replay of the start and pretty much formation starting between the two blue machines.
You only use about 2,000 revs to get these cars off the line, and they're on these cold tyres.
Oh.
And there's a bit of a contact there with Scott in the back of Denyer.
Did that cost you money as well?
It cost money as well, absolutely. You can hear the...
How's this for a start from Stephen Bradbury? This is a great start, but he's got nowhere to go.
Yeah, it's one of the hard things when you're back in the pack. You find yourself firing to the first corner with no room to go. It's like a wall of cars, and it's very hard to get through.
The run through the sweeper here. Whoa, 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 they're on the brakes, so that makes it easier to get through.
Yeah, they're actually clearing out his way now as we got Bradbury going round the outside of BJ Cook. That's my car from last year.
How's this for a move? Over and under.
Very clever driving there from Bradbury. He's given himself some room, and now it's side by side with BJ down the back straight. These cars will get up to about 200. Look how close that is. Don't scratch it, I own it.
Look at the eyes. Looks across, but Bradbury's got the inside for turn 6.
He's definitely put himself in the best position there, so it was a good classic manoeuvre, an over and under manoeuvre, but could BJ come back here?
Not this time. So the gold medalist is through. Stephen Bradbury looked at doing V8 Ute racing this year, but has ended up having a run in the Uberstar car. And BJ Cook now loses it at turn 1.
Oh, we've seen that happen a couple of times this weekend. The rear of the cars becomes so light. The ABS kicks in, but you can still lose the rear of the car, and away here, BJ spins the rock car.
Let's have a look again on the replay. Away goes the rear. Didn't make contact with any walls or tyre bundles, so you can put that wallet away.
Yeah, beautiful. So he's just been caught out as he goes over the hump, and a lucky recovery there from BJ. But Bradbury's doing a great job this weekend as we see the battle now for 2nd and 3rd place. You got Scott Bargwanna putting a lot of pressure on Grant Denyer. Grant won that race this morning, and he's fired up. He wants to be on that top step of the podium. It's really between Denyer and Stokel. They're the only two at the moment with a clear points gap. If we look out the back of Denyer's car.
Turbocharged 4-cylinder engines.
You can see there, Denyer's just got that little bit of a better run, so it makes a massive difference in these cars. You're so limited with your horsepower, good grip, but look at the way you get on that power and try and get that toe down the back straight.
And we just saw there, Jonathan Webb is the fastest car on the track. He's 5th, just behind Chris Alajarjan, so it is very much a 5-way fight for the lead. Paul Stokel, the runner-up in the Mini Challenge category last year, is trying to win that championship, but Chris Alajarjan is trying to get his way onto the podium. Race 3 of Mini Challenge. More when we come back.